Introduction. For today's organization, creating and maintaining a high-performing culture is a critical concern. For organizations striving to maintain these cultures, providing accurate and relevant feedback to leaders is a key issue. The most valuable tool for providing feedback to leaders is 360-degree feedback. Known also as multi-rater or multi-source feedback, 360 feedback has become one of the most significant innovations in the leadership development field. It has been called one of the most notable management innovations in recent times. Since the late 1980s, 360 feedback has gained increasing acceptance and significance in organizations. About this. As one of the original architects of 360 feedback during the mid-1970s, the Center for Creative Leadership, CCL, has made significant contributions to its theory and practice. The approach wasn't known as 360 feedback back then, but since that time, CCL has provided 360 feedback for over 1.2 million participants involving over 10 million raters. The guidance in this draws on the lessons learned through research and practice at CCL, who has partnered with thousands of clients to deploy 360 feedback processes in their organizations, both large and small, around the world. This publication represents the second edition of Leveraging the Impact of 360-Degree Feedback. It presents an updated perspective of CCL's vision of how to successfully implement a 360 process in an organization. While there are other successful methods for implementing 360 feedback, we will focus on how to optimize 360 feedback when used for leadership development purposes. The recommendations in this provide guidance based on CCL's research and practice and the experience of our clients. The second edition of Leveraging the Impact of 360-Degree Feedback is designed to update advances in the field during the past 10 years. In addition to revising the treatment of each topic in the chapters, we have added 4 new chapters, using 360-degree feedback for talent management, factors affecting the validity of 360-degree feedback, avoiding common pitfalls of 360-degree feedback, and a dedicated chapter on the future of leader assessment, which is a current stream of research at CCL. Despite the popularity of 360 feedback, research has generally lagged behind practice. There has not been a great deal of recent research focusing on the complex process of implementing 360 feedback. Many of the relevant studies were published during the heyday of 360 research during the 1990s. This relies heavily on this research to support its conclusions. However, there are still some areas of 360 feedback that have not been extensively researched. In these cases, we will provide what we believe are best practices based on CCL's experience. There is also little agreement in the literature on the terminology used in 360-degree feedback, also referred to as multi-source feedback. For simplicity's sake, in this, we generally refer to it as 360 feedback. The individual being assessed is the participant. The participant selects several co-workers, called raters, to participate in the feedback process. These co-workers often include peers and direct reports. The participant's direct boss is referred to as the manager. Other raters can include higher-level managers, clients, and family members. This is targeted toward internal and external organizational consultants who are considering the implementation or expansion of 360 feedback in their organization's leadership development or talent management initiatives. It reveals what CCL has learned about 360 feedback since pioneering this practice in the 1970s. For example, it should not be implemented as a standalone event. In addition to the assessment, there must be developmental planning and follow-up. Management support is critical for a 360 process and for persuading participants to set specific development goals. The 360 process works best if it begins with top leadership, for example, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and then cascades through the organization. A flawed administration of a 360 feedback process can be fatal to future administrations. The timing of the 360 process should consider organizational realities that could reduce its impact.